You might not know it, but I am a huge Final Fantasy fan. And if you're someone like me, then I highly encourage you to check out the Final Fantasy post-show recap podcast. It's hosted by Josh Wigler and Brooklyn Zed, and I just kind of stumbled onto it and just couldn't stop binging it. Basically, Josh is someone like me who grew up with the video games and the love of Final Fantasy, and Brooklyn Zed is someone who hasn't really played video games but now got into them. And so basically, they take on the various Final Fantasy games and play them all the way through. And they talk about them they segment it out and they talk about each, chapter, as they like to call it, how it was in terms of the story of the gameplay and all that. And so far, they've done the original Final Fantasy VII, they've done Final Fantasy VIII, and they've gone and done Final Fantasy VII, the remake. And, I think from what it appears, they're going to continue on doing more. Perhaps Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy VI. We'll see, And I do hope they continue on because I just love the two of them together. I love their banter, the combination of someone who's played the games and knows what's coming versus someone like it's not spoiler filled. So, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the various video games that Brooklyn Zed has no idea about. And when those moments come up, it's a joy to see Brooklyn Zed react to them in a unique, in that genuine way, right? Like I was for the first time reacting to them. And so I'm just very nostalgic for it, and it's a great way if you don't want to go back and play those games, from start to finish, to be able to relive them. So for all those reasons, the Final Fantasy post-show recap podcast, I highly recommend it. And when you check it out, let me know what you think.